What's up, guys? Welcome to vlog number 9. This is a special vlog. This is going to be the vloggers and subscribers game, so I'm kind of stoked about it. I'm always on the grind, always trying to have winning sessions, and this is going to be one where I just get to relax and chill out and kind of just take it easy, get to play with some of the people that subscribe to the vlog. So it should be a fun time. I think we're gonna end up doing a 2-3 game, which I've never played before. The small blind is usually 1-2 or 2-5. This one's gonna be a 2-3 game. I think max minus 500. We've got about 9 players besides me and Charlie Gomez. Charlie's like I mentioned before, a YouTube vlogger like myself, and we set up this game. He spoke to the Hialeah casino and poker room, and they set up the private game for us to have this vlog. So I'm pretty excited about that. Decided to have a couple beers. It's been a long week, and we're gonna get in there now and see what's going on. Walking in now, as you can see, it's a casino, and we're gonna check it out, get set up. Gonna be starting in 20-30 minutes, and just gonna have a fun time. We'll definitely go over some hands from the game. Hope to get involved in some pots, but really just have some fun. We might plan to do a bomb the pot. That was seen at the Stones vloggers game recently, and that's a pretty cool thing that I think we could do to add some money to the pot. So I was saying, yeah, it's just gonna be a friendly game. Gonna splash around a bit. Definitely just not take it serious, always serious, but not be afraid to mix it up. Should we count it as far as the win-loss for the vlog? I don't know. I feel this should be separate, since we've ran good the whole vlog. I kind of don't want to mess it up, but we shall see. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna count it for the vlog. First off, before we get into any of the hands, I just want to thank Charlie for working with Hialeah Casino to get this vlogger subscribers game that went down. If you guys haven't checked out his vlog, I put a link in a previous vlog, but you guys really need to check out Charlie's vlog. He's super intellectual. His hand analysis, like I've said in the past, is great. And I'm not going to ruin one of his recent vlogs, but let's just say he ran super deep in a 2,600 buy-in tournament at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. So you're gonna want to check out his vlog, and again, I'll have his link down below. Second order of business is 9 to 5 Poker has been nice enough to put me up on their website. It's a great website by Ryan where you can check out all the poker vlogs of all the people you guys like to watch. The most famous ones like Andrew Neely, Brad Owen, Doug Polk. Myself is on there, Charlie's on there, so I'll put the link down below in the description of the 9 to 5 Poker. You guys can check that out. Anytime I upload, my vlog will be directly on that website as well. Now to the hands, and fairly on one of the first hands of the night, I have King Queen of Spades under the gun +1. We're playing 2-3 no limit, and I bump it up to 15. We're already having beers, just a good time, and I make it 15, and it folds around to the big blind, and one of the subscribers, Darren, makes the call. The flop comes Jack 10-7, 1 spade, so we flop good, we flop open-ended. It checks to me, and I'm definitely going to put out a continuation bet here. I have 2 overs and an open-ended. backdoor flush draw, so it's a very good spot. So I put out 15, and the big blind raises me to 40. So this is a spot where I think it's okay if I, come over the top and raise him, but I want to keep my hand more, concealed, and I just make the call. So the turn comes and the ace of spades comes out. So gin, we hit Broadway. It's a super good spot for us. The big blind ends up making a bet of 40. So now he's shown some strength. He raised us on the flop and he's leading out on an ace. So the ace doesn't seem to be a scare card for him. So at this point, since I'm sensing that he's strong, I'm not really going to slow play the hand. Want to build up the pot for the river. I also, which at the moment I didn't even realize, I picked up the nut flush draw. Like I said, on the flop I knew I needed runner after the fact, after I reviewed the hand, but at that moment I didn't realize. I just knew I hit Broadway and I was good. So I came in for a raise and I made it 100, an amount that the person's not going to get away from it after they've bet 40. It's a little bit over a min bet. He makes the call, so I'm liking the spot right now. The river comes and the river is a blank. So he ends up checking and I decide to put a bet out of $200. He tanks for a while and he makes the call. I flip over my hand Broadway, he turns over Jack 7. It was a cooler. He flopped 2 pair and the turn came the ace, and he probably put me on like an ace king, or it was a spot where it was just unfortunate. He flopped strong, and I just I hit that turn really strong, and yeah, it was a tough spot for him, but happy to take down one of the first pot in the game. So yeah, let me mention before, I met a lot of cool people. I don't remember everybody's name, but I know I met Danny, Crespo, Darren, and Charlie, of course, super cool guy. And we were just having a great time. So we hope to have another one of these at some point. Obviously we'll let you guys know on YouTube. Later on down the line, maybe we can do something like this once a month. It'll be super cool. It was a lot of fun. So in this next hand, there's a button straddle, and it's to 6, and I'm in mid position, and I have King 9 offsuit. I make the call, splash around, not an expensive, call at this point. And there's 5 people that we go to a flop. The flop comes ace of clubs, 6 of clubs, 6 of hearts. In this hand, the under the gun +1, which is Charlie, makes a bet of $20. Folds around to me, and I'm not thinking, he has a 6 here. I would think he would check. I'm kind of putting him on a flush draw, possibly. Even an ace, I think he may check, and just check call to see where he's at. So although I only have king high, I do have runner clubs for the nut flush. So I decide to make the call, and we actually go heads up, to the turn. The turn comes and it's an insignificant card. It's a 5. So he leads out again for 35. Maybe he's putting me on a flush draw. I'm not sure, but I'm still not buying the story. Maybe it's just me being stubborn or a read, but I decide to make the call, as that card is not a scare card and doesn't really change my opinion on the flop. So I make the call again for 35. The river is a 4, and it's come pretty much brick on turn and river. He bets out 25, and this bet is super small. In my opinion, I can't fold. I gotta see what he has, and it doesn't even, I don't know, I guess you could value bet it, but the story doesn't make sense. I make the call, and king high is good. It's one of those spots where, it was just too cheap, and I guess I just wanted to see what he had. And yeah, we take down a medium-sized pot. this next hand, I'm under the gun, and I pick up ace of hearts, deuce of hearts, and I make it 15 to go, 4 callers, and we end up going 5 ways to the flop. The flop comes jack, 8, 7, 2 hearts. Pretty good flop. And the big blind checks, I check, a couple more players check, and the button, which is Charlie in this hand, bets $20. The big blind calls, and it's on me. Now, with the bet by Charlie and the big blind calling, the big blind could be, that could hit his range. On the button also, Charlie could have a range of hands. So I want to get some information. I don't like calling here because I'm not getting any information, and there's 2 other players right now that have put money into the pot. So I decide to go for a rather large bet and kind of, I guess, put the pressure on to see where they're at, seeing as I have the nut flush draw. So I make it 100, and the other 2 players fold, and Charlie, who had bet 20 on the button, makes a call, and the big blind makes the call. So this pot's starting to get big already. I've inflated it, yes, but I'm hoping if I can hit my heart, we'll be in a good situation, obviously. The turn comes, and it's a 6 of hearts. So bingo, we hit the flush. The big blind checks, and now I'm in a spot where there's 3 hearts on the board, so it could be a little obvious if I bet a large amount that I might have hit my flush. And if I check, also, a lot of players, when they hit their flush draw, they check. So I need to make a bet where my hand is kind of, disguised, I would say. So I end up doing a bet of 100, which is like a feeler bet in the eyes of many players based on the pot size. So I bet 100, and it's on Charlie on the button. And he thinks about it for a bit, and he ends up shoving all in for 305. The big blind folds, and it's on me, and I snap call, and the river comes, and it's a brick, and I turn over my flush, and Charlie turns over 10-9. He had flopped the joint. He flopped the straight. On the turn, he picked up an open-ended, straight flush draw. It's a cooler of a hand. That's how the night's been going for me. I mean, I've been on the right side of all the coolers. You can't blame him. He can't go anywhere there. He's got, a straight, open-ended straight flush draw, And, yeah, I picked up a nice sized pot on that one, close to $1,000 pot. And, yeah, it was definitely an interesting hand there. At this point in the night, some of the players have left. It's 4 or 5 handed. And I pick up 2 kings on the button. So there's a couple limps, and I end up raising it to 17 on the button with pocket kings. The big blind calls, and the cutoff calls. The flop comes, and I mean, you already know how the night's been going. I smash the flop. King, jack, 3. 2 diamonds, and big blind checks, the cutoff checks. And I throw off a small bet, $15 into the pot. There's, straight draws, there's flush draws, and, I just throw a little small bet of 15. The big blind calls, and the cutoff calls. So we go to a turn, and the turn brings, it's getting ridiculous at this point, a king. 4 kings. So the big blind shoves all in for his remaining stack of $35. The cutoff has around 70. He shoves all in, and I make the call. The river comes, and it's a jack. I turn over my hand for quads. They both muck. The big blind says he had pocket 3s and flopped bottom set. I'm not quite sure what the cutoff had. And we scoop another pot. I mean, I just wanted to have fun and just have a good time, but it's just, I guess, hand after hand. It was just vlog run good to the max. So, I guess the only part that that didn't run good was that my quad kings were a high hand with about 30 seconds left, and a straight flush, beat it. But no complaints, man, no complaints. It was definitely a fun, good night. So I want to go over one more interesting hand. It's about four-handed at this point, and I'm on the button and I have a pair of aces. I got the Rockets. And the cutoff bet's 10. I decide to put in a 3-bet, 35. Small blind and big blind fold, and the cutoff calls. The flop comes ace of club, 10 of hearts, 5 of clubs. The cutoff immediately leads out for 40, and I have a decision to make. Do I smooth call and see what the turn brings? My hand's very strong, and I don't want to lose the player obviously by raising, but I think I can actually make my hand kind of seem a little more disguised if I put in a min raise. So I decide to make it 80, as I'm thinking once he bets out 40, it's going to be hard for him to fold. Even if he just happens to have a 10. An ace is unlikely as I have two of them, but there is a flush draw. And if he has hands like king, queen, king, jack for 40 more, he could make the call. So he makes the call of 40, and we go to the turn. The turn is a 4, non-club, and he checks. I put out a bet of $125, and he makes the call. So, we're still putting him on similar hands like a possible draw. He could have a set, but set over set is very unlikely. He could have, a 10 with a flush draw. That's a very possible hand, so he's pretty strong there. The river comes and it's a 7, no club. He immediately shoves for around $300, and I snap call. I turn over a set of aces, and he turns over a hand that, it's just unfortunate for him because he did flop a flush draw, 4, 7 of clubs, and he went runner, for 2 pair. I'm sure I was put on an ace. He had mentioned he thought I had ace king. So yeah, super cooler spot to flop a flush draw and go runner for 2 pair. And yeah, that's just how the night went. It's I really hope you guys come back and play. I just ran good. I just want to have a good time. But yeah, so super cooler spot there again. Again, Hialeah Poker Room, if you guys haven't gone, it's a super nice place to play. The tables are spread out. The dealers are nice. Everyone's nice. And I just had a really fun time there. I'm definitely going to go back to playing that poker room, even though I mostly play in the Hard Rock. And I believe, as far as cash game sessions on the vlog, this was my largest cash game session win, to the tune of 1,873 profits. So it was definitely a fun time and a profitable time. So again, the vlog run good is real. So until next time, guys, thanks for thanks for watching, and always like and subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think, and if you guys have any suggestions for the vlog, let me know. And until next time, when a new vlog comes out to a YouTube near you, peace out.